NBA trade deadline is officially 1 week away, and Bulls fans, they're getting their hopes up. And honestly, I don't know why. We've had years of this now where we know it is not the front office's MO to make in-season moves. They just don't do it. The last in-season move they made was signing Tristan Thompson. That's it. That's the only in-season move they've made in the last 3 years. They haven't made any in-season trade since the Vucevic trade. And honestly, that trade bit them in the ass so bad, I don't think that they're going to do one again. And not only did it bite them in the ass in the long-term prospect, of giving up that first-round pick, ends up being Franz Wagner. Obviously, the Vooch, tenure hasn't been fantastic in Chicago, but even if you look at the short term, they expected to make that trade and then vie for a play-in spot. They expected to be a 9 or a 10 seed that year because of that trade. That didn't happen. They missed the playoffs. They end up giving up that Franz Wagner pick. So because it bit them in the ass so much, they are extremely gun-shy to make any more in-season moves, and I don't expect anything. Now, there have been reports that they are taking calls, that they are open for business, and that just makes me laugh, because just because you're taking calls and just because you're saying you're open for business doesn't mean that a fire sale is coming. We already know that they overvalue their assets. So yeah, they're probably telling teams, yeah, we're open to trading Vucevic. Anybody not named Modest Buzelis is available. But then when those teams are making what they consider fair offers, the Bulls are saying, nah, we need more than that. When they're offering second-round picks for Nikola Vucevic, a 35-year-old center who doesn't play any defense and really isn't going to take a team to another level, the Bulls are like, nah, we need a first-round pick for him. So just because they're taking calls does not mean anything is going to get done, because we know that they overvalue their assets so much. This reminds me of when I was a kid. When I was a kid, me and my friends, we used to collect basketball cards. And if you guys were around, in the early 2000s, actually, this is like the mid 2000s, 2006-ish, that there was a period of time where Dwayne Wade was better than LeBron James. And Dwayne Wade was looking like he was going to have that trajectory to be a top 5, top 10 player of all time. I'm talking after that Miami Heat 06 championship. He was pretty much considered, if not the best player in the NBA, top 3. And LeBron James, he still hadn't got his team past the first round of the playoffs yet. So it seems silly now, all these years removed. But keep in mind, in 06, Wade had just won a finals, had just carried them to it. The previous postseason, he had carried them to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they probably make that finals if he doesn't get hurt against the Pistons. And even the postseason before that, his rookie year, he pretty much single-handedly took out Baron Davis and the New Orleans Hornets in that first round. So yeah, his trajectory was off the charts. And the point of this is to say we had a friend, this is 2000, this is right after their championship, and he had a Dwayne Wade rookie card, and he would not come off that rookie card for anything. And finally, 2008-ish, he starts saying, this is when Wade had a couple injuries, and now we realize, he's not better than LeBron James. He's a damn good player. In 08, people were thinking that his career might already be on the downside, though. We might be dealing with a Penny Hardaway situation. So this friend, he's like, yeah, I'll come off my asking price for Dwayne Wade. And then he told me he would trade his Dwayne Wade rookie card for my prized possession Kobe Bryant rookie card. Laughed in his face, deal never got done. Very similar to what the Chicago Bulls are doing right now, where, yeah, they're open for business for trading Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, Patrick Williams, whoever you want to name, but their asking price is so high that teams are just going to laugh at them and hang up the phone. So I don't even expect a smaller deal to happen. A lot of people are like, well, at the very least, they're going to trade Torrey Craig for a second-round pick. Who the fuck's trading a second-round pick for a dude in his mid-30s who hasn't played in over a month because he's injured? And before that, he wasn't even in the rotation. Now, granted, there were a couple games where he got in the rotation and he showed he can still play, and I do think he would be a very good player on a contending team. I think he could give you 10 to 15 minutes a night, but he's not healthy. He hasn't been healthy. He hasn't had a chance to prove it. So for a second-round pick at the deadline, we've seen guys go out and get much better guys than that. We've seen Gary Payton Jr.'s get moved for second-round picks, guys who are younger, guys who are better. So I don't think Torrey Craig's getting moved either. Most likely teams are going to stand pat on that, wait for the Bulls to buy him out, and then add him for their postseason roster. So don't expect anything in the next week, guys. If you never get your hopes up, you can never be disappointed. You guys let me know in the comments what you think, and if you really think the Chicago Bulls are going to do anything this trade deadline.